We have some pretty exciting Hot Toys news to talk about today. They just announced Supergirl and Krypto and Lobo, and these figures look really, really good. Of course, I'll say it now, InArt might be, like InArt, they have the DC license, so they might be making a Supergirl and Lobo. You'll have to see when those ones get announced, what the price point is, what they come with, see which is better. Of course, you know, whenever we see announcements, if, of course, InArt is going to be making them, I'll be doing some comparisons, talking about those ones as well. But for now, we have the Hot Toys ones to look at. And Hot Toys, they're doing really good. Honestly, I got the InArt Superman over Hot Toys Superman. And Superman, I really like the expression on his face. And you see that right here. Hot Toys, once again, is doing a pretty cool expression. It's not just stoic, kind of like what InArt did for their Superman. So I wonder if InArt would actually do, you know, a more like smiling expression or something. But for now, Hot Toys, this one looks really good. And I don't know if Supergirl is the one I would be paying InArt prices for anyway. So like I said, compare and contrast whenever that one's coming. But Krypto, I really liked InArt's Krypto a little bit more, but this Krypto actually looks even better than their first one. So let's look at all these photos and kind of discuss it. So super low resolution image here on the left, but I see the likeness. What about you? You can't tell with all those pixels? Yeah, I know. I didn't realize till I just did a full screen presentation for the PowerPoint that, yeah, the face looked that bad, but it's okay. I think the likeness looks really good here. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think Hot Toys actually knocked out of the park with this likeness. It looks a lot like her. When we look at the movie poster, you'll be able to see a little bit more because yes, we're going to be looking at the movie poster because Hot Toys actually kind of recreated it sort of for one of their photos, which is pretty cool. And that outfit looks amazing. It looks really, really good. Like all the detail and stuff. It's really similar to Superman's, of course, like from the first movie. We saw her in the Superman movie anyway. I mean, I guess spoiler alert for the end of the movie if you haven't seen it yet. But just look at that. I really like the glasses too. She gets the like headphones. Reminds me of like Peter Quill's, which is kind of funny. I assume those you'll probably put on the head sculpt by popping her head off because she gets the rolling eyeballs feature, of course. Pop her head off, pop those over the neck, and then pop the head back on. Just an assumption for now. She gets, I don't know what that is in her hand, but she also gets the jacket, which is cool. Not sure if I'd put her with it, but it's also really cool they gave it to us because that's like a big thing with the posters. And this movie, I feel like they really tackled the vibe like really well because even Lobo, his expression's kind of more excited, happy, and this movie looks very interesting. Hopefully it's not too sad because based on the trailer, it looks like Krypto, something's going on with him. So hopefully the movie's not too sad, but I hope has this like awesome vibe that they're kind of going for. The lenses aren't really transparent. They look, yeah, the glasses just look okay. Like the edges, they're a little thicker. It's kind of paint on and you see maybe some overlap of the black paint there. So not the greatest glasses, but I do really like that they're included for that look. And then here, once again, you see like more of a close up. The hair, Hot Toys hair is really good. Of course, if InArt does it, maybe they'll do like rooted hair or something like that. And then that's the only version they'll make because they don't really, I mean, sometimes they do two versions, but that might be the only one they do, like with Wonder Woman they did. So if you want rooted hair, obviously, because what happened last time was Hot Toys announced their Superman, and then not that long after, like a few days after, InArt announced theirs, and people are like, there goes my NRD and stuff. So this one, if you're not sure which one you want, like you might want the InArt one. If you do want to wait, that's probably the smartest thing to do, to be honest, because I don't know when it's going live. But we could probably expect that announcement to be coming. I've said that multiple times now, but just expect that to be coming. But the hair does look really good. Hot Toys does really good with their sculpted hair. And once again, it looks really good right here. Here you can see sort of a comparison between the blogger photos for Superman and Krypto. And then here's Supergirl and Krypto. And I gotta say, these are gonna look awesome together on the shelf. I don't know where it is, but I really hope the InArt one looks as good as this Hot Toys one does. I mean, it looked really good. That's why I went with it before, but this one has some presence. If you got the Hot Toys Superman, such a good figure. This looks so good. Of course, maybe the muscles, the proportions and stuff. Yeah, but the expression, the fact he's like slightly smirking, I really like that. I really wish we got that with InArt's version, but I don't know if it's a mistake, but I didn't go with it. So yeah, because to be honest, just the expression alone for like Supergirl, if InArt makes her like super serious, I'd probably just go with Hot Toys because this one looks really good. The thing that threw me off initially with Superman is he looked too buff and InArt's kind of looked a bit more accurate body wise, but right now Hot Toys Supergirl is looking really good. Krypto is another thing where InArt's Krypto knocked out of the park, looks really, really good. And this one here, this one looks horrible even compared to the new Hot Toys one. Looks like Hot Toys, like look at that, the plastic, the seams. Yeah, the fur looks absolutely horrible on the first Hot Toys one with Superman. he gets a little flight pole that looks like just a rod holding him up in the air. Not a big fan of that, but this new one, the new Krypto looks really, really good. And this is a blogger photo, so they had time to enhance it. And now for the product photo, that looks so good. Like the ears up, of course, like the first one. The fur looks so much more detailed. Of course, it could be the same mold, but no, it's not the same mold at all because the different paws. Like they could have reused some stuff, but I think they just did a lot better job here. Like see all that fur, the details, the collar. See how the collar was way wrong on the first one? See how it's just that piece like stuck to the neck? Like Hot Toys, I'm really glad I'm getting the in-art Superman because they didn't do as good with this figure, I don't think. Like the in-art one, the Krypto was much better, the proportions. But this Krypto here and this Supergirl, man, like look at that. The collar is actually correct. It actually hangs down. It's not just a piece glued to the neck of Krypto. Like Krypto is such a main character somewhat, it seems like in Supergirl. So I'm glad they actually gave him that main character look. Like the cape, you see is like finer detail in it compared to the actual Hot Toy. Well, compared to the Hot Toys one, I mean, compared to the first one, I should be saying. Looks like the first one's just like a cloth with some wire in it. This one looks like it's actually textured. Yeah, they knocked out of the park with this Krypto. This one looks really, really good. They actually put the effort into it this time. The eyes look good. Of course, it's a bit zoomed out. We'll look at a bigger photo of him later, but I don't know. I'm just talking about Krypto the whole time now, apparently, because it just looks so much better this time. The nameplate, Supergirl, I really like that base too. It's a bigger base. It's going to take up more room, but I think it really works for her because she gets Krypto. So yeah, Krypto can stand like on either side. You could kind of angle her a bit. It looks like she's going to get that kind of pole style waist clamp that can also, the waist clamps, they do hold up the figures pretty well. It's just, you know, it grabs around the outfit if you're kind of worried about that. I don't know if it holds anywhere else because you can't really see it. Maybe it goes underneath. I just don't know yet till it actually comes out. Maybe you can see like little bulges there for the edges. So maybe it goes under the skirt. I just don't know yet. But they do hold them up pretty well because I have Clone Commander Wolf currently being held up with it, and I've had any issues with him. So yeah, I'm really liking that. Man, in-art, they better get their photos out pretty soon because if Hot Toys goes up and it's coming out soon, might be doing that because I'm still waiting for a Superman from that movie because I really like the movie. So I really like the first Superman, so I'm really looking forward to Supergirl. And here you see the movie poster, and I just did this so we can kind of compare the suit. So you see all this detail here on the side. The coloring is a little bit different. I just chop it up to lighting, honestly. And here you can see the face a lot better. I don't know why I chose that low resolution one earlier. I should have just done this photo, I guess, like looking back when I was creating this. So yeah, the face, the accuracy, I think it looks really good. It's a bit messier here on the left, like she just landed. It's a bit flowing like up in the air and stuff. Of course, it's also plastic, the sculpted hair for the Hot Toys one, so you don't get as much like customization, I guess. But I don't think they're doing an artisan, or if they're gonna do an artisan, at least not right now. I don't know if she gets battle damage in the movie or anything, because they like to do battle damage later on. But yeah, the S looks really good on the chest. You see all that detail in there for the outfit. It looks really, really good. The like kind of outlines, the whole line work. I don't know what it's called exactly, but just that detail along the arms. See it down there for the forearms, just everywhere. The skirt looks pretty good. You can see the detail here on the figure, and then also on the actual movie poster, you can actually see it like right there, the bit of detail. Cape looks pretty good. The boots look really good. The boots underneath, it's actually going to be silicone, which is interesting. I actually put the read up that Hot Toys put out, so we can actually glance through it real quick, make sure I don't miss anything, because material wise, Hot Toys, at least with these figures, they're doing pretty good. Like they actually said genuine leather for the boots also, which is awesome. Like the belt looks pretty good too. Like the coloring is a bit more gold, a bit more yellow. I think the saturation for the movie poster was just turned up a bit potentially, but I'm really liking it. And yes, we're gonna look at Lobo next, but Lobo, he was my main in Injustice 1, so I might need a Lobo just for that, just for the memories of playing him. I think he was a DLC character in the first Injustice game, so yeah, I'm probably gonna be getting a Lobo for sure. But here you can see another movie poster where she actually has the jacket, the glasses, the headphones, and yeah, I still don't know what that is exactly in her hand. Like oh wait, is that how she plays music? Okay, it is kind of plugged in, so maybe that's how she plays music, through that with like aux cords and stuff. I guess she has a lot of connections for whatever ship she's in. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know for sure yet. I'm excited to see the movie, but of course it's not out yet. And I really like this backdrop to the base. So usually on my figures, I don't do a backdrop for the base, because then if I put a figure behind them, you know, they're kind of covered. But if I put her in the back, it could look cool, but then she's also a little like like has less presence, but you can also make her fly. So then she could be up in the air. Then it kind of covers the S. So I don't know. I like the base in general. I just don't know if I'd use this backdrop piece. And I don't know if it's a separate piece or if Hot Toys, they do the thing where you have to cut it out yourself and put it back there. I probably wouldn't bother anyway. So it does look really cool though. It's like the kind of spray paint style that the movie posters have been, which I do really like. And then you see the jacket here. The jacket does look really cool. It's a nice inclusion. She's wearing it in some of the movie posters. She wears it in the trailer. Then like the music, the glasses. Yeah, I'm really happy they include all this extra stuff because Superman, you didn't get like extra outfit, extra stuff. But for her, she seems more chill, you know? Superman, a bit serious. He was like, yeah, let me do the right thing. Especially because my parents kind of had some weird video that came out, you know? Messed up my whole reputation. But for her, yeah, and I'm really curious about her story too, because, you know, she's not doing too great. She's the elder one. Yeah, I guess like elder one's the best way to say it over Superman. So she's probably going through it a bit more because she actually remembers Krypto when he was a baby. So yeah, or not Krypto, Krypton. Hopefully she doesn't remember Krypto. Nothing better be having this dog as he's on screen. But look at that. They actually did so much better with the detail. The cape, you see like that fine detail in it. Like you see, it's not just like a piece of cloth now. Has the bendable wire. The fur looks really good. For the collar, they actually gave it the piece so the S hangs down this time. And you see the S also on the back. The ear, the eyes. This is a superior Krypto. They actually improved it over the first one. And I'm really happy to see that because everything I'm seeing right now is making me think that there's nothing that, I mean, other than maybe like implanted hair that InArt could give me if it's like quite a bit more expensive. They're about the same price. I don't have to debate, but I'd be happy if I got the Hot Toys one. So Hot Toys, I'm liking it. But here is like the read up. You can pause and read if you want. My face is covering part of it. Apologies, but just going through the important stuff. So yeah, so here it is. So seamless silicone material thighs to flawlessly conceal joints while maintaining 30 points of articulation. So they put like silicone under those, where is it? Genuine leather. Okay, there it is. Genuine leather long boots. So yes, genuine leather long boots. So she gets the silicone, then they put the genuine leather boots over it. So it's like a perfect combo. And they did silicone because the boot is like a tighter material. So when it's actually over the leg, it's not like tight to where you see the joint and then it bends and looks bad. So the fact they did silicone and genuine leather, that's an awesome thing. I really like that they did that because then it just enhances the proportions pretty much. So it can actually not look weird when her legs are bent. And it does also say her red wired cape features an embossed S shield and is magnetically detachable. So I'm guessing it means, yeah, the wired cape is going to be detachable. I think when you go with the other look, so she doesn't have like the coat over the cape. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm losing it. There's a bunch of words on my screen right now that trying to distract me. But here you see bendable wire embedded. So you get a bendable wire in the jacket. And yeah, she's not wearing the cape in the jacket. So it looks like just magnets. Pops it off there, probably sticks in there or something like that. Then you see the bendable wire in her cape and Krypto's cape. Like I said, Krypto looks so adorable this time. Way less like a plastic kid's toy or something. And then you see two display styles. There's a slushy cup right there. Not gonna lie, kind of tempted to, that's at least going on her base, if not in her hand or something. I really like the glass. I really like this look right here. It's really cool. But then again, you gotta have like the cape and stuff. So I don't know. I do really like this look though. It's just, yeah, it's pretty awesome. And I love that slushy cup. And then here's the overall shot. So separate rolling eyeballs. You get the sunglasses. You get Krypto with the cape, which is a much better Krypto this time. Trench coat with a wire. Genuine leather boots. Awesome. Okay, there's the stopwatch right there. And then that's the music player. She gets, looks like 2, 4, 6, 7 pairs of hands. I always do that. 7 hands total. So 3 pairs and then 1 extra one. Looks like you get 2 open-ish style hands, 2 relaxed style hands. Then like some holding hands, closed fists. Yeah. So you get like a couple different hands for like holding the cup, holding the music player, stuff like that. The base, I really like it. Hopefully that's a separate piece because I wouldn't mind putting that backdrop in there. It looks really good. You can see it's it's just a kind of wire waist grabber type thing. So yeah, it's going to go around her waist and then you put her up in the air. And then here we have Lobo. So my Injustice 1 main, this one looks awesome. I really like how Lobo looks. You see like the arms and stuff, the stomach, it's all seamless up there. Genuine leather for the jacket. Yeah, this one, whew, I think I might get both of these, to be honest. This looks so good. I know my bank account's suffering because of Star Wars, but Hot Toys, they're never stopping. They're just going to take all my money at this point. Like, look at that face. Jason Momoa's playing Lobo, and I'm so excited to see his performance on screen. Like, he was Aquaman before, you know, in the first DC universe, and now luckily in the DCU, or DCEU, DC Extended Universe, or whatever the heck they were calling it. But now the DC universe, he's gonna be Lobo, and I'm kind of excited. They didn't do artisan or like rude hair or implanted hair or anything for the beard or the hair, so it's like the same thing with Supergirl. But the hair still looks really good to me. I really like how it looks. You see all the strands and everything mixed in there. The beard looks really good too. It has like that definition to it. I love the detail around his eyes, like the kind of black with like that little bit of maybe like scarring or something in there. Yeah, you see like all that detail. He's got the red eyes, which is really cool. The sharper teeth. Man, this is a phenomenal looking figure. That hand right there was like the, not nails, but the sharp ends of the glove. And it looks like a bunch of, I can't remember the term, but like the metal, like really metal, like textured metal. I love the big hook. Remember using that in the game, you like hook people or whatever. Been quite a while since I played Injustice 1 because I played it when it came out, but I still remember he was just fun to play. Then he has like the necklace right there, that cool looking thing, the chain all around the hand. I'm loving this. Here you see sort of a side by side. We didn't get an amazing look at him in the trailer yet. We've seen him, of course, but I can't wait to see more of him on screen. So likeness wise, I think it looks pretty good. And like I was saying, the expression, maybe they could have closed the mouth a little bit more, but at the same time, I like it. Like he's Lobo, he's a bounty hunter. He's like happy. He's like, yeah, he's got his hook. Yeah, they didn't give him the motorcycle, but they gave him a pretty cool looking expression. The jacket looks great. You see all like the spikes up on the shoulders. You see the spikes over here. My face isn't covering it fully, so yeah, you see the spikes for part of it. The teeth look really good. Like maybe they could have made it more yellow, but the red eyes, the stuff around the eyes, man, this one's looking really, really good. I'm really liking this. Here you can see sort of the outfit more. So they got accuracy for the necklace. Can't see his abs or anything, but he's got the abs right there. Can't see the belt, but you see the chain all around his hand right there. You see, yeah, the spikes for the actual knee pad. You see sort of the other arm a little bit, kind of hard to tell to be honest, but you see all the detail they did in the actual arms. So they have the, I don't know, what do you call it? It's just like lines, I guess. Looks like they're a little bit more defined of the actual actor here on the left, but it still looks pretty good on the Hot Toys one. I just hope they don't rub off depending on what material the arm's made of. I think it's silicone though. We'll check in the overall kind of words again when I lose my mind looking at a bunch of words. So yeah, here they didn't, unfortunately, they did not give him the cigar. I didn't see it anywhere. Maybe they could add it later, but with the expression, it probably wouldn't work as much maybe. I don't know, or you could stick it in there. But I feel like it's part of his character. They just didn't include it. Also here, it looks like he might have some blood on his face. But I picked this shot because here you can see the overall jacket. So he also gets this brown overcoat. Not gonna lie, the small jacket with the brown jacket over it, not really my thing. Probably won't display him like this, but you can also see that base. The base looks really cool. Kind of covered up by a Supergirl logo right here, but it's kind of the same style as her, and I really like how it looks. You see Lobo right there. Ruthless and feared, I believe that says. Not a pro graffiti reader, but that's what it looks like to me. And yeah, here's the overall read up. So it does say like the newly developed muscular body, silicone arms, seamless joint design, showcasing his raw, intimidating strength. And then he also gets like the brown sleeveless coat, bendable wires, stuff like that. Yeah, so reading through this, it seems like that's pretty much the most material stuff they mentioned, but silicone, yeah, that's awesome. Here you can really see the base though. He gets the hook, he gets some knuckle dusters, he gets whatever type of knuckle dusters those are. I would hate to get punched by those. He gets that little thing. Not really sure what that is, but it looks pretty interesting. And I love that, the Lobo right there. And then his logo looks so cool. So like Lobo, Ruthless, and Feared, which is what was spray painted on the back, the little Supergirl logo up there. That is so cool looking. I'm really liking that. Separate rolling eyeballs, so pretty standard. Highly detailed and screen accurate costume. Until I see the movie, can't say 100% sure, but I gotta agree from the shots we saw. Looks so good. All that detail in there on the metal. It just looks so awesome. I'm really liking that. And then genuine leather vest, which is a big standout for me. Hot Toys are starting to do genuine leather for stuff. So I'm really liking that. And also I like the logo on the back. The flaming skull looks really, really cool. Detailed muscular definition. Like, look at that. The vein coming through, the kind of paint over the arms. It looks really good. The abs look real nice. Like, I don't know if you'll have as much ab crunch because of it. I just don't know if under the jacket it's fully seamless or if it's like there's a split, which they could have gone away with a split because the jacket's going to cover it up anyway. but I am curious about that, if they did full seamless upper body or the split, but they didn't say full seamless upper body, so I assume not. I feel like that's something they would have called out if they did that. But then again, I don't know for accuracy wise how many people would take one of the jackets off them. But here's the overall shot: separate eyeballs, genuine leather vest, detailed muscular definition, wire sleeveless coat. He gets a bunch of, or not a bunch, but a couple knuckle dusters. He gets the hook, the chain. Yeah, the base looks cool. He gets 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 hands. So he actually gets 4 pairs of hands, sort of. Looks like some might be different, like some relaxed style hands, some grippy-ish hands, some like claw stabbing looking hand type things, closed fists. So he gets even more hands than Supergirl. And yeah, probably just because he has maybe the hook or something, maybe some more stuff. And then again, she also had like the slushy and stuff like that. But for him, he uses more weapons. So you have to have the ones where the knuckle dusters can actually fit over the hands, which I'm kind of excited to try out. And then the last announcement, Jeff the Land Shark. We're going to just look at the deluxe edition. Yes, this is very, very adorable. And it makes me curious if Hot Toys is going to be going deeper into the Marvel Rivals line, because clearly they're making Jeff, which he could be an awesome desk accessory if you play the game a lot. You just put him on your desk, you know, he could be staring at you while he's beating your butt in the game. You're just getting beat down by Jeff in the game, then you can look over at him smiling at you like this and then feel less bad about getting your butt kicked by him. But I do think it's really cool. It's just definitely not one I'm going to be buying. I am going to get the Marvel Legends, like the smaller scale Marvel Rivals line. I want to get most of those because I do like the game. I suck at it, but it's super fun. I just kind of, yeah, I'd rather get the smaller scale. It's fine. I'm looking down there at my other Marvel Legends. I like the smaller scale versions, so I don't need to spend the Hot Toys money on this, but it looks cool. You can see it says Jeff right there. To kind of wrap around the collar on him. He has that shark look. Obviously, he's Jeff the Shark. The feet, he is adorable. He's like a mix of dog and shark. And I don't know much about Jeff. I just know what was in the game. The teeth, multiple layers of teeth, the interchangeable tongue and head. So he gets a head with a a more closed mouth, and then more open mouth with a tongue that goes up or a tongue that goes down. Looks like you just get 2 of them. And here's the overall shot. So deluxe edition, you also get the skin of like the pink shark over him. Yeah, it's all like furry and stuff, so that's kind of interesting, but at the same time, you know, kind of interesting. And then he also gets his ult, so you can see the shark fin in the ground, you know, when he ults up. He gets a little scrunchie to put around his leg if you want. Okay, the shark costume also has a little shark bone right there, so that's kind of cool. Looks like, do you take his collar off? Maybe you take his collar off for the outfit, or it just tucks under. I don't know. And then he has like the little tags for the back. So yes, it's very, very adorable. And yes, that's the last slide. I just don't think it's one that I'm just going to say it's not one that I'm going to be picking up. But let me know if you're interested in that. Let me know what you think about all the other ones we looked at. Supergirl and Krypto. I think it looks phenomenal. Let me know what you think. Are you going to be doing what I'm doing, waiting for InArt to see what they're going to be giving us, to see which is better, especially for the price range? Because if InArt does implanted hair, which I assume they might since it's the longer hair character, the price point is going to be a bit more up there. And I'm like, this is a character I really need implanted hair for, but if it looks phenomenal, maybe it is. And if I love the movie, because it seems like it's going to be awesome. I really like this actress in House of the Dragon. To be honest, when House of the Dragon did the time jump, I was kind of disappointed because I want to see more of her on screen. But yeah, so yeah, I'm really excited to see the movie. Lobo, my Injustice 1 main, gotta pick him up. You know, he looks awesome. The seamless body and stuff is Jason Momoa. So I'm really excited for that one. So let me know your thoughts just down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and hit subscribe for much more content like this. And until next time, stay 6 scale.